I wanted to give you guys an update of the kitchen garden. Of course, we're still building it all, but we got all of the soil in the raised beds, and we started throwing some seed in and whatnot. Why not grow stuff while we're building it? So I'm going to turn this camera around and give you guys a little show. Okay, so we have 3 main rows, as you can see. And of course, we're still kind of building. We're at the point where we're making our very tall fence because we have tons of deer pressure here. So we're gonna have this all enclosed, and beautiful perennials all growing along the sides, and some vines and that kind of stuff. So here I have basil. That's my holy basil. And these are transplanted, that's why they're so much bigger. This is the Genovese basil, so just your typical basil. Little seedlings just popping up. Come over here. I have parsley growing in here. It just is just starting. You can see those little babies there. And then over here we have zucchinis. Zucchinis again. And more zucchinis. Now, you'll look at this and say, there's no way you're going to fit all that in there. We just threw a bunch of seed, and now I'm going to decide which one I'm going to pluck. We might even transplant some of them into the other main garden, but we just needed to throw them in. And then this is some little miniature white pumpkins. I have a whole bunch of other pumpkins in the other garden, but because it's so hot, we might get a drought. I really wanted these babies to survive. So really neat little trick. When you go to plant baby pumpkins in general, you're gonna get these 2 leaves, and then you're gonna get the first true leaf pop out. Wherever you plant this, whatever opposite of that first leaf, your pumpkins are gonna grow the opposite direction. So I can then make sure that I don't have this turn the other way and growing into here. I want it to grow this way, so I can just come over and then spread out onto the ground. So that's my pumpkins. This one and the 2 others over there, we have nothing in them other than just some flowers for now, because we're going to do some successions of some more beans and some beets possibly. Then we have some tomatoes. These are, I think, cherry tomatoes. So they're just starting to come up good. Then we have cucumbers, I believe. Pretty sure. So there's a lot in here too. We'll be plucking some out. It's always good to overseed and then pluck out just to make sure you have enough. Then here, I'm just trying to track down all my cute little signs. I got 1 and 2 up. It's been a little crazy. I will find them. So this is, of course, some lettuce coming up. We already have a whole bunch of lettuce ready to eat closer to the shop with that we were able to plant earlier in the spring. And we have some peppers. And if you notice, I mix it with a few. I'm always mixing some flowers. I have some herbs, a lemon balm in the corner, just to use up some of that space, and of course attract your pollinators. These are flowers all along here that are growing. And did you know you guys can eat these? They're so fun. They're so pretty to put like in a drink or on your salads. And we of course have some beans coming up, more beets. More beans, because you need green and yellow beans. More beets. We really like beets. I do a lot of canning too, so we always need lots of beets. And then this is the last row here. Hello! Onions. Of course, we have way more in the main garden because we store tons. We basically never buy onions. We store throughout the winter. So this will just be my onions I use throughout the summer. Then we have some carrots in here. Sage. This is celery. Ooh, I love celery. Celery is so good for you. I actually make celery juice every single morning and drink it. And then this is a little bit of dill, like the short leaf dill, like that you use in the beginning of the summer, not the stuff I can with. And then there's some potatoes. This is another crop we plant tons of, so we store it, cold storage, never have to buy potatoes ever. But of course, this is my little picking garden close to my house, so I have some just to grab in the summer. And then more tomatoes. Of course, you're gonna have like my beefsteaks in here, and Manitoba, what is it called? What are these? Oh, Early Girl. There's a Manitoba one too, Manitoba something. But yeah, these are in my nice big tomatoes that I use for, you know, those tomato sandwiches and salads, and of course our extras. So yeah, that's about it. It's coming along. It is right now the beginning of June. I'll show you another update in a few weeks.